All right, this would be a PR if I hit this. It's 195. Come on, bro. Nice. Hey y'all, Zach here. In today's video, I'm gonna be showing you the 3 exercises that are guaranteed to help you increase your overhead press strength. And without further more to do, let's get straight into the video. Hey y'all, but before we get into today's video, I would like to shout out my workout program. Yes, today's video, we're gonna be going over the 3 exercises to increase your overhead press, but this program covers everything, right? Your reps, your sets, all in a nice organized way to follow it. So again, it's only $5, less than a Big Mac, but more fulfilling. All right, back in today's video. So you may or may not know, I started overhead pressing about 2.5 months ago. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I was pretty much on and off with it. I wasn't really consistent with doing my overhead press, which was, on me. And another thing you may or may not know is I was doing a mini cut. I stopped about a week and a half ago. I went down from 220 pounds to 212 pounds. And within that mini cut, I wasn't overhead pressing at all. But funny enough, I started getting into my bulk, my lean bulk, and I, overhead pressed yesterday. I got all the way up to 195, which was a personal record for myself, which is really cool. And so in other words, not only are these exercises guaranteed to help you increase your overhead press, they're just gonna not only, help you increase it, but they obviously maintain it even if you don't do your overhead press. So getting into number 1, that's going to have to be close grip bench, right? All right, y'all, not only did I want to list exercises, but I also wanted to show you how I set them up. See, I'm doing 135. Usually I actually do kind of an AMRAP, just pretty much getting that blood flowing to my muscles, right? And then here's 225. I actually usually do 185, but I didn't want to make this video as long as it had to be. And for 225, I only do about 3 to 4 reps. And then anything 275 and above, I only do 1 rep, because again, I'm trying to conserve as much strength as possible. See, 315. Only 1 rep, and it didn't move as fast as I wanted it to. And now we're gonna pretty much back down on the weight, 225. And you notice me pausing. This is optional, but if you wanna get the most out of close grip bench, I would recommend you pausing it, because you're going to pretty much kill the momentum and to really force your triceps to go into maximum overdrive when it comes to like your pressing strength. Again, it's optional, but highly recommended. Pretty much how I increased my overhead press while pretty much taking a whole month off and just 7 days into the bulk. So again, pause is optional, but I would recommend it. And you could see me doing probably about 7 reps. I didn't really count, but it's kind of an AMRAP as well, like as many reps as possible. And you notice me doing my second set. You don't really have to do 3 sets for this. I like to just do 2 sets. Because this is my arm day. I don't want to pre-exhaust my triceps. I have other accessories I'd like to hit, and doing this as my starting compound movement kind of exhausts me. But if I go too hard, go too heavy, then it ruins the other lifts. Close grip bench is an amazing exercise selection when it comes to increasing your overhead press. The main reason and the main driver for that increasing your overhead press is because it targets your triceps, your 3 heads of your triceps a lot more, which are very important when it comes to the lockout. Because how do you expect to press a barbell over your head when your triceps are weak? It's a huge stabilizing muscle, and one of the biggest driving stabilizing muscles when it comes to pressing that amount of weight above your head. And again, it's just an amazing accessory just in general. It's also gonna help you increase your bench press and just increase other lifts when it comes to pressing. Funny enough though, bench press does have like pretty much little to no carryover. Like I said, in my old past videos, how much can a 405 bencher overhead press? And this was a while ago when I first got into overhead press, and all I got up to was about 185 to 190, which shows that, conventional bench press, the ratios are pretty skewed. Because a lot of people assumed I'd be already at 2 plates already, just like untrained and everything. And bench press did have a pretty decent, gave me a pretty decent, starting point when it comes to overhead pressing, but close grip blows it out of the park. I mean, I was cutting again, and that's all I was really necessarily doing. And the funny thing is, I started close grip benching about a month ago, when I pretty much, like right around the time I started my cut. And the fact that it not only helped me maintain strength, but actually build strength by just me being a week and a half into my bulk shows like this lift is the serious real deal. And again, it's amazing for hypertrophy. And if you want to move big weight, you also got to get big yourself, which is what it's going to really help you do too. And that's one of the biggest reasons why I actually incorporated overhead press. It's going to help. It's one of the best tricep builders. So again, number 1, close grip bench. 100% would recommend you implementing this into your workout program. I know it's in mine, $5. But number 2 is going to be the lateral raise machine. Again, not only do I want to list the exercise, but I pretty much want to show you me performing them. Again, just not all talk, but action as well. This exercise is amazing because it targets your side delt, which is a muscle that's really overlooked when it comes to improving your overhead press. As you can see, I'm pretty much almost full stacking it. And my rep range that I like, the sweet spot is 6 reps, 2 to 3 sets, 6 reps. And the key to do that is do enough weight, heavy enough weight, where you can only really do 6 reps. The lateral raise machine is amazing because it helps you just target that muscle that gets overlooked a lot. And I overlooked it for pretty much my whole bodybuilding journey until my friend said, you have pretty good delts. Imagine if you actually targeted those. And that really sat with me. I was like, okay. And then, again, with general, gym enthusiasts and just people who go to the gym, like that's probably one of the biggest muscle groups that's overlooked. And it's also an important muscle group, important exercise or muscle that will help you into overhead pressing. Because again, it's another big stabilizing muscle that will help you, push a lot of weight over your head. Because again, yes, overhead press really dominates the front delts, but it also engages your side delts quite a bit. And I would 100% recommend doing the side lateral machines because it's amazing. That's literally what it's made for, to specifically target your side delt, your lateral delt, right? A lot of people are like, okay, why not dumbbells? Dumbbells are still a good exercise selection, but it wouldn't be my first pick because the thing about dumbbell lateral raises is you will be exhausted. You'll pre-exhaust a lot faster. You'll fatigue a lot faster compared to your lateral machine. And what happens when you pre-exhaust and fatigue a lot quicker is other muscles proceed to, compensate when your lateral delt is kind of fatiguing, right? And that's not what you want. You're using this to improve and strengthen your lateral delt, but now you're actually improving, or you're working out your traps when you're not supposed to, right? You're working out some upper back muscles when the whole process and the whole thing that you wanted to target was your side delt. So again, dumbbell lateral raises are a good exercise selection, but it wouldn't be my top pick. Again, it's going to have to go to the lateral machine. I just love it personally. And I like to do 2 to 3 sets. 2 to 3 sets is probably the best sweet spot for me. And again, I like to go moderate to heavy within the 6 rep range. Again, not heavy enough for it, can also fatigue you and accumulate fatigue, but heavy enough to where you can only really do 6 reps. And 6 reps for me is just my sweet personal spot for me. I mean, that's what helped me increase my strength tremendously throughout my powerlifting journey. And number 3, I know I said I wasn't really overhead pressing during my cut and I was on and off, but number 3 will have to be overhead press, because how do you expect to improve at a lift when you're not doing it yourself, right? I said close grip and lateral machines help me increase my overhead press strength, but imagine how much stronger if I was overhead pressing, if I was actually training that movement. I'd probably even be stronger right now. I'd probably even be at a 205 overhead press, not just a 195. And honestly, I think I had 200 in me because that 195 was like a second attempt kind of thing. But I honestly believe I would have been at a 205 if I was actually overhead pressing during my cut. Because again, how do you expect to be good at something if you're not doing it? Whether that be just, lowering the weight and working on form, which is something I like to do. Again, I like to do a top sit, and what I do is I lower the weight and I proceed to kind of rep it out with weight that's heavy, but not heavy enough where I can't rep it out, right? Like for example, 135. Gotta get that rep work in. So yeah, the 3 exercises, it's gonna be close grip bench, lateral raises on the machine, and overhead press. Heavy on the overhead press. You gotta do your overhead press if you wanna get better at overhead pressing. But yeah, that's today's video. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave them down in the comment section below. And let me know if you have any goals for your overhead press journey, right? What are you trying to get to? Again, I'm trying to get to a 225 overhead press by this summer. It's pretty ambitious, but I'm an ambitious type of guy, right? If I can bench press 405, I feel like I can overhead press 225. I'm most definitely going to be in the low 200s for sure by the end of the summer. But again, the goal is 225. And yeah, I'm just excited. I really want to get stronger. I'm obsessed with getting stronger, and it's just what drives me. Your boy just got done with his arm day, and I'm going to be honest with you, I slept like shit. I mean, my sleep score was like a 67, 6-7. Yeah, ass, just straight ass. I went to bed pretty late. And I was having decent sleep, and then I woke up because I drank too many root beer zero sugars. I told you, if I'm ever sponsored, I want it to be by root beer. And yeah, other than that, like, sleep was just terrible. Didn't have the best sleep, but fuck it. Had a Rain energy drink, and I got straight to work. You know me, I stay on the grind. But yeah, that's today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. And I really appreciate you guys. Thank you.